past the bottle and baby food stage, so Shannon Pappard asked the question, why or what now? Now, in Food in a Flash, Boddler Bites flashcard can solve the common problem of what to feed children. Parents can get simple meals, you can see there on the screen there, of snack ideas, while on the flip side, kids learn about healthy foods and their ABCs at the same time. So here to tell us, of course, you just met Ms. Pappard. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Let's start from the beginning. Where did you get this idea? You are obviously a parent. You've got a 6-year-old, Pierce.
Yeah. Was
he finicky? Is that how this all started?
It all started, I was feeding him actually bananas from a baby food jar, and I looked in my fruit bowl and there's a real banana. And I kind of was like, why am I doing this?
Right.
You know, we're just kind of programmed to feed him that.
Sure.
So one thing led to another. It all snowballed, and I just did a lot of research and put together some recipe ideas, and all my friends' kids were eating all these crazy foods, whole foods, and I put my ideas together and came up with a flashcard cookbook.
Okay, so let's start with some of these ideas, these flashcard cookbooks. Go ahead, take us step by step here of what you do.
As far as the flashcards? Well,
sure.
Basically what it is, it's A through Z, and so if you take these flashcards with you to the supermarket, your child can then identify what real foods are, and then on the back it gives parents really simple food ideas. So like, for instance, we're going to cut through some of these fruits, and here's a kiwi smoothie. So if you were to go to K and you say, well, what do I do with kiwi when I get home, there's an idea for you.
That's great.
So feel free to sip on that.
I may not slurp right now in front of our viewers, but go ahead now. So like with kiwi, so you just start cutting this, and then this gives you different ideas on how to prepare it.
Yeah, it does, and you can certainly just eat it just plain, but what I wanted to show is some of these fruits people just walk by in the grocery store because they're a little intimidating. No one quite knows what to do with them.
Sure.
So I kind of picked these particularly just to show you how easy it is to feed your kids real foods, and they're great on-the-go snacks, and if you do have a lot of these in your refrigerator, you can, already cut up, then you can just give them to your child versus the pre-packaged processed foods.
Heavy in salt, heavy in sugars, that kind of thing that we're all trying to avoid as this issue of childhood obesity also is taking center stage in terms of our health of our kids as they move in. So
you just kind of go around the kiwi like that, and then you can slice it very easily, and you just throw it. I'm going to put together a little kind of fruit salad here we got going.
And I guess, like you say, you look at this pineapple, it might be intimidating, but at the same time, have you had a hard time kind of convincing people to try this out because it's not so daunting? Right.
Or a lot of people will just buy this already pre-cut, for you. So
which is more expensive.
Which is a lot more expensive. So this is really easy. Actually, a pineapple doesn't ripen anymore once it's been picked. So a good way, if you're in the store, you just kind of pick the top off, and there you go. So yeah, all this just takes a couple minutes, to cut into some of these really nutrient-dense fruits. And I just wanted to show you, all you do is just kind of go around this and
get the core out.
Get the core, yep. You're just gonna.
In your experimentation, when you were doing this book, do you find that your son is willing, or other kids are willing to try the fruit salads because maybe it is colorful, and then you apply that to what you're doing in your book? Yeah,
exactly, they are. And I think if you expose kids, and I think that's the key, is to expose them at a very young age to all these different kinds of foods, then their palate develops a taste for it, and it becomes the norm for them to eat these foods.
Well, because I know, for instance, like pineapple, my youngest, Thomas, one time I stuck a piece of pineapple basically in his mouth because he was fighting it, and then he tasted it, and now he loves it.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think parents sometimes shy away. They assume that their child's not going to like these foods.
Right.
But once you realize how easy it is to just prepare them, this makes a nice little centerpiece too. And it's fun. And you get the child involved too when they're picking out the foods. If they're identifying them, you can say, oh, like we've done in Whole Foods and other stores where they, find cantaloupe or carrots and they put it in the cart, and then they're much more likely to eat it.
Okay. Well, Shannon Pappard, thank you for joining us this morning. This is a great idea, especially when you're in the grocery store. It gets them involved as well.